Welcome to our channel Academia Unlimited. Friends, today I will give you a snippet into the history of our glorious university, University of Rajasthan. University of Rajasthan is not just any ordinary university, but it was a dream, a vision, a conceptualization which saw its birth during the birth of our great nation, India, as an independent, sovereign nation. I will take you back exactly 100 years ago. Today is 2021. Back in 1921, the seed of a pan-Rajputana university was sown. Rajasthan back then was known as Rajputana, and it was a conglomeration of several princely states. Of these princely states, there were only 3 institutions of higher education: Maharaja College, Jaipur, Maharaja Jaswant College, Jodhpur, and the famous GCA or the Government College, Ajmer. All these 3 institutions of higher education in Rajputana were affiliated with University of Allahabad. In 1921, the University of Allahabad Act was passed. According to this act, intermediate classes had to be separated from the degree classes, and this entailed that all these 3 colleges had to upscale their funding towards higher education. This was the time when the thought of a pan-Rajputana central university came up in the minds of the different administrators. To follow the same thought, the then AGG or the agent to the Governor General, Mr. Robert Erskine Holland, convened a conference in Mount Abu on June 20th, 1924. This conference was attended by all the ruling princes and chiefs of Rajputana, but no consensus could be reached as to what would be the location of this new university. So, unfortunately, the thought and the efforts for building up this university were procrastinated, and there was a delay of about almost 2 decades. The efforts to start a University of Rajputana were again revived by the very charming and legendary figure of Jaipur history, Sir Mirza Ismail, after whom MI Road is named. Sir Mirza Ismail, who is credited with a lot of modernization of Jaipur, took very vigorous and energetic steps to get everybody on board and start this University of Rajputana. For the same purpose, he appointed Mr. J.C. Rollo, who was the Director of Education in Jaipur State, as the university officer for discharging his duties. Sir Mirza Ismail was followed by Mr. V.T. Krishnamachari. I'm sure the name would have rung a bell in your mind, the same charming Mr. V.T. Krishnamachari who later on joined the Planning Commission. So finally, it was Mr. V.T. Krishnamachari and his efforts which ultimately led to the establishment of University of Rajputana. He was able to arrive at a consensus. 16 out of the 19 princely states of Rajputana agreed that Jaipur would be the location of the Grand University of Rajputana. This was a big achievement. Thus, after convincing everybody that the new university would be started in Jaipur, simultaneous legislation were promulgated in all the different princely states, and the University of Rajputana came into existence on 8th January and 1947. Here I would like to mention 2 very important aspects. University of Rajputana was the last, which is the 21st university set up in British India. And if you look at the other side, it was the first university which came into existence just a few months before India became independent. Secondly, it was the only university in India which came as a result of a joint action by different states in a distinct region. Dr. G.S. Mahajani, who was the principal of Fergusson College, Pune, was appointed as the first Vice Chancellor of this university, and he joined services on 1st of November 1947. Slowly and steadily, University of Rajputana kept on building. The first Vice Chancellor, as I mentioned, was Dr. G.S. Mahajani. The first Registrar to this university was Rai Bahadur M.M. Verma. Rai Bahadur M.M. Verma Sahib brought two very efficient officers with him, Mr. Radhakrishna Agarwal and Mr. Chhagan Lal. The triumvirate, these three officers, under the able guidance of this very efficient Vice Chancellor, made this university a leading university in India within a few years. At the same time, the pro-Vice Chancellor of this university was again Sir V.T. Krishnamachari. And the first Chancellor of this university was Maharana Bhupal Singh Ji of Mewar, who at that time was also the Maharaj Pramukh of the unified Rajputana. Friends, the story of how University of Rajasthan came to occupy this campus is a very interesting one. You would be surprised to know that the original campus of University of Rajputana was Kesargarh, the same Kesargarh which today houses Rajasthan Patrika office. Kesargarh used to belong to Thakur Kesri Singh Kanota, and he had given his palatial compound for the purpose of the university. The main office of the Vice Chancellor was also housed in the same building. You would be surprised to know that this huge 300-acre campus, which today we know of as University of Rajasthan, was actually the site of the first session of Indian National Congress in independent India. Exactly. After we gained independence and after the unfortunate demise of the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi, the first Indian National Congress session happened in Jaipur at this very spot on 18th December 1948. If we believe the grapevine, then it is said that Sardar Patel, who attended this session, had requested the Maharaja Man Singh of Jaipur to donate this huge land to the university. Maharaja Man Singh Ji, who is even today remembered in modern Jaipur for many of the prominent buildings that carries his name, very readily agreed to give this 300-acre land as donation to University of Rajputana. In addition to the land, the royal family of Jaipur also gave about 20 lakh rupees as the greatest donation sum to run this university. So friends, this whole campus which you see today was the site where all the sprawling tents were laid for the Indian National Congress session, and all the great stalwarts and leaders of independent India back then, Sardar Patel, Jawaharlal Nehru, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, all of those legendary figures had traversed this beautiful campus. So once when it was decided that this huge land will be the center of University of Rajputana, then the Vice Chancellor, Dr. G.S. Mahajani Saab, and his whole team organized a grand ceremony for the stone laying ceremony of University of Rajasthan. And for this auspicious occasion, Mr. C. Rajagopalachari, who was the first Governor General of independent India, was invited to grace the occasion. Even today, friends, if you go to the Sardar Patel Bhavan or the admin block of our university, then you can see the foundation stone which was laid by C. Rajagopalachari ji. So friends, I hope you must have enjoyed this video. Please do like our video and also subscribe to our channel Academia Unlimited. Thank you.